Hello, my loves. Good morning. Sorry if that's making you queasy. I'm trying to center it real quick. I don't know. Something changed, like, with this YouTube bit. And, like, when you hit record, it's different than what you see. So, like, I hate it when you're crooked. It makes me nauseous. Good morning. Welcome to a day in the life of a normal person. All right, with me, Tina. All right, now that we're all situated, gotta love Mercury. It is Thursday when I am recording this. However, these messages are timeless, and I welcome you whenever you are here, be it Thursday, be it July 9th, 2020. The energy of this day is in relation to whatever it is that you are searching for, looking for. You scrolled upon and clicked upon this message in particular for a reason, and it is an honor to be connected to your angels, spirits, guides, passed on loved ones, and source energy to deliver this message to you. Yay! So, all right, first things first, we're going to go through some astrological information and just to kind of help you roadmap through your day and possibly the week-ish. Then we'll read some heart chakra affirmations because today, Thursday, is the day of green, the day to honor your heart chakra, your fourth chakra. You just picture this swirling, bright, emerald green ball of light in your chest, right in your heart. And we're going to learn a little bit about that. And then we will pull some cards from my Water and Witches Tarot deck. And hopefully, if I don't ramble on too long, we will be able to fit some time in of reading from Ra Bell, Love Wins, which just happens to be the current book that we're reading. I don't know, it's been really eerily pertaining to the message and or everything that's happening in this world right now. It's been hitting deep every single day. It's crazy how these messages weave together like a beautiful tapestry. So hold on, because I do tend to have several different threads, all different colors coming through all at the same time. Just so different makeup of fabrics, everything. Different types of threads, different colors of threads, and they all come through, but in the end, it's gorgeous. So, let's see, today, it is 7922, and guess what I remembered to do? I remembered to get your angel number message for you today. This is about relationships and personal development. This is the fact that your self-improvement actions will lead to solving your personal problems. It's your angel message. Also, the number of the day is 2, but it's followed by the number 0. So we're going to hit on both. The number 2 is about harmony, balance, consideration, and love. And it's backed up with the number 0, which is all that is and all potential. Infinite possibilities of love today. How ironic is that? How awesome. Oh, I love this. Okay, so astrologically, we have 3 more days of Mercury retrograde. Yay! We're going to live through it, I promise. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Cancer. Oh, it leaves Cancer. Mercury is going to be leaving Cancer August 5th. So what I'm all of this emotional upchurning, basically, this rework that we have to do in our emotional, oh man, to be honest with you, I feel it's like how we speak our heart, how we create our world. It's using our voice, I feel like, for the most part, but that's coming from our emotional aspect, and we're trying to gain mental clarity. This is just a reworking. And it's coming from what we love, what fills our cup. So the emotional aspects, it's Cancer. Okay, they're very sensitive. And so just know that Mercury does leave this August 5th. So probably going through a little bit more rework through July, but by next month it's going to be in the clear, okay? The moon is in Pisces as well, and that's just precious Pisces. You know, just think of a fish, how like it is beautiful and graceful and immutable and just flexible, very gentle, good energy. However, like skittish and fearful, you know, you go to touch a fish and phew. So just very sensitive energy there as well. But it's squaring Venus first thing this morning in Gemini. So first thing this morning, you might wake up with this duality, considering love in your life. But any imbalances are being brought to light to be recalibrated. We might be wanting to just rest and retreat and restore, to work these things out. It's just this passage is, oh, yes, okay. Don't worry, this passage that you're going through, it's fleeting. You're going to feel disoriented and confused, but this too shall pass is kind of like the energy of the morning, okay? Just remember that. It's just to pause your productivity for a moment. And that's just first thing this morning. You might be waking up to that, okay? But by 7 a.m., which is like I think in about an hour, or right now when I'm recording this, the moon moves to trine Uranus in Taurus, which, okay, so this brings a peaceful, trines are harmonious energy with Uranus and Taurus, tapping into our feelings and intuition. We get a new angle on issues, combines forces of water and earth, blends creativity with practicality, supports our ideas coming to fruition, rewarding breakthroughs and aha moments right after maybe, so maybe it was like waking up remembering some of the shit that you've just gone through. I mean, waking up to remembering the shitstorm, the tower moment that just happened. But then gaining clarity quite instantly. Just everything's really harmonious right now this morning. And then I believe, I wrote so much about, all right, let me read through this. Mercury retrograde, because it's in Cancer, it's more internal stuff. It's not, yes, technology, communication. It's about communication and travel, mostly Mercury is. So just take those two words as they resonate. But this Mercury retrograde, we could be creating problems where none even existed because of previously programmed thinking, familiar conditioning, quote unquote, leading you down side roads you thought you'd outgrown, and doubts have been exasperated. All of this energy, though, like I said, I think it's second, it's like upturning it. It's like it's going to clean it out. Like you've passed the test, you did this, you realize, whoa, this is not something I'm willing to feel anymore, and you are taking the steps forward now. Like that's the Mercury retrograde thing that's trying to get you to do. It sucks, I know. It's not, it's the trickster too. So like it's bringing things into your life that are going to trick you into thinking, whoa, this is way too familiar from my past. I don't want this. No, it's bringing stuff up familiar from your past so that it wants to be sure you're going to do it right this time. Handle it the correct way, not how you used to. Don't keep running back to the old bullshit. Be brave enough to step into this infinite new possibilities of love. Whew, my ears are ringing. The way it's lined up, Mercury rules the terms and bounds between the degrees of what it's in. This is its home in all ways, okay? It gives its most potent, easiest, flexible. This is what it does. This is a harmonious thing. It's not a icky thing. It's hard to... actually gives us the opportunity to magically change our fates because of its degree. It's in its home. It's a window where fate is more fluid. If you have given up on something that seemed ill-fated, now's the time to give it a second look. Mercury rules the terms and bounds between 13 degrees and 19 degrees of Cancer. And this is where the retrograde station is happening. Gives it an easier time. This is a time for oh my gosh. Okay, right here. What does it say? New what? I don't even know. This is a strong cue to challenge the conventional rules or terms or limits. Rules are made to be broken, often have exceptions, and need to be updated. Wow. Damn. This Mercury retrograde is in Cancer, and the way that it's lined up only happens every 79 years. So I'm pretty sure whatever relationship stuff you're establishing now is lifelong stuff. You are entering a new phase of life. The way you handled relationships in the past is no more from this time forward. That's why it's so painful, because change hurts us as humans. We no like it. We like comfort. Trust me, your higher self is leading you to what you truly want once and for all. Holy shit, this is a powerful message. Oh my God. I feel like I'm radiating green, like I am green. Wow. Okay. This Mercury is in Cancer, and it has 3 aspects. All of them are very, very strong. 3 squares to Mars, which makes us decisive. And it's challenge. This is the challenging aspect that started in May. Okay, this is the 3 squares to Mars and Mercury. That was back in May, and it had us ask what. This was a good time to just have this energy in our relationships of asking questions instead of making demands, especially concerning the rules, limits, and terms of engagement. You have the possibility for changing your fate again. This started June 2nd. This energy was brought in with the 3 conjunctions to Sirius. That is the brightest star in the sky. It has just magical properties. Huge manifestation properties in Sirius. Classic magical love. Confers favor, brings peace and concord. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, makes peace, secures favor, cautions us to getting too attached to power and burning out with how we used to relate our personal lives with work, our balance of home and family, love, fun, work, play, okay? No more burnout from the way you used to handle things. You're going to put the ways you relate to other people in the forefront. And it's going to be for your highest good, for the love that your soul is craving. All right, so then the 3 in July, starting July 26th, Mercury has 3 sextiles to Uranus. All of this June and July energy, working out and working with the quarrel or the challenge. So whatever tower moment, whatever challenge or whatever problem this is producing, this June, July, this energy now that's May to June, and now we're called to be using the information we've gained, the insight and the clarity that it's brought up, because we are not going to feel this way ever again. Putting your foot down. Mercury's not going to allow shit in your future. That's so cool. Thank you, Mercury. As problematic as you just seem to be, it's because if we hold on to any of those problems in the past, you know? Travel and communication, how we connect entirely to other people. Think about that. And it's awesome that we're talking about this on your heart chakra day. Just wait till you hear what the color green means. How pertaining. Anyway, cleverly reframe the rules to provide more operating room moving forward. Nice. Uranus, the planet of technology, shows need for updates or learning more. This is what's happening in July. Upgrades in the technology department are somehow going to be a part of that. Amazing. My cue is that, I know, it's huge. I think everybody's seeing that, especially since money is changing now too. Okay. The water element that is just flooded, pun intended, but ironic. I love that. I love that. Okay, the water element that is flooded throughout this time period completely saturates problems with supportive emotional energy by letting it dissolve any fixed or stubborn qualities, allowing trapped resources to be available and more useful. Like I said, it's upchurning. Wow, Tina, you're good. All right. Honestly, I've been really embracing the beauty of Angel taking the wheel more often than not. And that is what I tend to do. I just do it very intentionally within myself throughout the day. All right, Angel, I call upon you now. You can take the wheel. And it's like an instant thing. And it's so freeing. It's so awesome to allow your higher self to take charge and just understand that you are the observer of, I am the observer of her, of Tina. Angel is the observer of Tina. Tina is the human vessel that connects my source energy to this earth. That's awesome. Apply that to yourself. That's really cool. All right. The moon trines the sun at 11:09 p.m. today. That's, I believe, my time frame. The moon, the sun, and Pisces in Cancer. You guys, this is emotive, creative, self-sacrificing, an intuitive turning point. Deep soul feelings harmonize with nurturing awareness. It's time to embody the wisdom that has blossomed out of our purifying ritual we just did during the full moon. Anything that has been purged in this last week, our full moon energy was July 5th. It is July 9th. There's 4 days ago. So we're still in. It's an eclipse energy that's going to be lasting through the next 6 months minimum. But we're coming out of that. We're waning out of that full moon energy now. And now's the time. That's beautiful. All right, let's talk about the color green real quick. The color green, keywords: growth, renewal, harmony, hope, luck, beauty. Brings peace and harmony to our lives. Aligned with the Venus and the moon. Awesome, which brings that, illuminates love in our lives. Balances our energies. Optimism, renewal, healing, refreshing, growth, fertility, which means the fruits of your labor and things coming to fruition in your life. Prosperity, confidence, growth, abundance, hope, prosperity, love, empathy, compassion, good fortune, healing, energy to the heart, and emotional healing. Woohoo! I love it. So, too little of green can come off in your life as if you are apathetic, which means you have no idea how to have empathy or compassion for others. Fear of rejection, placid, lethargic, lazy, slow, moody, allow yourself to be walked on, depression, lack of self-love, addictions, and panic attacks. So, we are going to surround ourselves with the color green. We're going to get our green crystals and rose quartz, and we're going to keep them near us. And we're going to eat green foods today. Lots of green foods, all your greens. Yes, you veggie lovers, I know you love Heart Day. Find a way to eat green, wear green, surround yourself with green, have your eyes, use your third eye, call upon your higher self to draw out the green wherever you are today. If you feel yourself getting overwhelmed ever, green, look for green instantly, okay? Center yourself, center your heart. Now we're going to quick do 4-7-8 breathing, which is actually very, very good for your heart chakra. This lowers your blood pressure instantly. It is medically proven. This helps insomnia, so it's going to help you rest and sleep very well, especially if you are in the middle of a heartbreak. 4-7-8 is going to help you fall asleep. No alcohol. Do not cure a heartache with alcohol. That is going to do much more damage. Do not go there. That's your past self. 4-7-8. You're going to inhale for a count of 4. You're going to hold it in for a count of 7, and then exhale for a count of 8. Inhale, you can inhale right into your heart chakra and let that beautiful life force just cleanse and clear out any darkness, any residual lingering, any blockage, any negativity. Any residual thing it's going to hold you back from self-love, from welcoming love, being open to love, even in the middle of heartache, especially in the middle of heartache. All right, so for a count of 7, you can let it swirl around your heart chakra, okay? And then for a count of 8, release everything that no longer serves you. Clear it out. Always for at least 1 count longer, okay? Let my words be your words, or go ahead and feel free to say them out loud. Whew. All right. I am loved. I am worthy of love. I live in harmony with all other beings. There is an infinite supply of love. I forgive myself and others. Love is my guiding truth in life. I am open to giving and receiving love. I am an extension of source energy. I love through the eyes of source. I am living in a state of gracefulness and gratitude. I accept things as they are. I am peaceful. I am able to let go of my past. I allow love to fill me up. I love fearlessly. I am kind to myself. I treat myself like royalty. I am filled with love from others. I love myself unconditionally. I have the strength to follow my heart in all I do and say. I have the strength to follow my heart in all I do and say. I release all fear, guilt, or shame. I forgive all that have come before me and that will come. I love and accept myself completely. I am fully open to love. I love to watch my love grow and expand as I radiate it to others. I love to watch my love grow and expand as I radiate it to others. I am compassionate. I am love. All right, my loves, I actually want to do one more little breathing exercise with you. I really felt led as I was reading those to share this with you. This is something that I actually do very frequently to help center myself. When I do a set of 3, that's like my main winding down breathing exercises. I do a set of 3, 4, 7, 8. So I inhale for 4, hold it for 7, and exhale for 8 at least 3 times. This is before falling asleep, and this is replacing all of my insomnia medication and restless leg syndrome medication and everything. And then also I do it before I meditate, and when I'm balancing myself. Whenever I need to be grounded, like after I do these messages, I will do this as well. So I inhale up through, like if I'm laying down, I do it through the bottoms of my feet, and I pull it up through my legs and into my root chakra. And I hold it there for the count of 7 in my root chakra, and then I exhale like a root out my root chakra down to Mother Earth's core. And I let that root, and that's when my exhale for 8, and for a count of 8, I envision a root going from my root chakra down to Mother's core, her beautiful, loving heart light glowing, and I let my root chakra wrap around that and lock on. And then when I inhale again for a count of 4, I pull Mother's love up through that root and through my feet again, and then I pull it up into my heart chakra. And then I let Mother's love just fill my whole body up into my heart chakra, and just let it fill me up with Mother's love for a count of 7. And then I exhale up through my crown chakra to have that love, my light, reach Father. All right, and connect me to divine love. And then when I inhale for that 3rd time, I pull Father's loving light down into my heart chakra to meet Mother's loving light in my heart chakra. And it, bam, connects me to my true love of my core in my heart. And I am reminded of my true power. And then I exhale out through my heart chakra all that no longer serves me for a count of 8. And I thank everything that has served me well up to this point. And I hope that it blesses others in their journey where they might be in similar ways that I have been. And let all that I've learned and gained thus far serve someone else now. Thank you, it no longer serves me. And then I carry on. So, yeah. I hope that made sense. But we are at a half an hour. I think we're doing good. Let's pull some cards. I'm not feeling led to actually do the exercise with you, I guess. It's just explaining it to you. Okay. Yes, I shuffle after I start, because I want you guys to know, I'm legit shuffling, and this message is coming out for real. It's not set up. I remember what it was like to be a muggle and not understand how this works, and oh my gosh, what did even though like my earth birth family like doesn't have anything like physically to do with me in my life, they keep tabs. And so when one family member found out about me doing this tarot, it was mentioned that, oh, that's the gateway to the devil. Oh my gosh, could it be the furthest thing from the truth? Oh, but it's interesting because I remember we have the King of Swords and Two of Cups really making an appearance. And, oh, there's the Lovers. Oh, Two of Cups and the Lovers right off the bat. Stop it. And then we have Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh my gosh, beautiful energy. Okay, so we have Scorpio with the Knight of Cups. That's another reason why I like shuffling with you guys. These cards do make an appearance for a purpose. Alright, and then it says you're badass. But that's the last one I'm reading. Like that, we're going to put them together. I don't remember what I was saying. I love it when Spirit makes me stop talking about something. Anyway. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Guide. Thank you, Source, for this honor. This is a message that you have for us today. Well, if you want those, pull them out a little bit better. I really like it. I prefer it when they fall. Oh, wow. Or jump and leap. Oh, my Lanta. Okay, then. Here's your 2 and your 2 also. From your, this is a strong, strong message of a solid foundation of 2 things coming together, which equals 4, which is a solid foundation. And this is passionate love. This is very passionate love. This is your communication here. She's got her cell phone there. Whatever it is, you're either waiting on a message or you're trying to think of a message to reply. Wow, this is coming in. Oh my gosh, there's some Leo energy there. For some of you, others, it's just the fact that it is a very strong, I get that really strong sense of, what is it? The Narnia, like the divine strength of source energy, healing, equal give and take love. This union is far more potent than you're realizing. Like you're looking at it and analyzing it too much. Look at that. And this is like all attempting to like be fun and free flowing. And this love just has come in. I just feel like that Little Mermaid, you know, when she gets her feet and she can walk up to the land. Like in that magical of a sense that this love has been presented to you. It's the lighthouse that has finally like allowed your ship to come in. You are that. You were the lighthouse for that person, and this person is your light at the end of the tunnel. Like, oh my gosh, this union is just too much. And it is just equal give and take. In emotional, in all ways. Like their cups are huge. Huge love. And, you know, it's giving and receiving. This is what we were just talking about. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then you have the wands, which are your passionate, your divine resources inside. What were we just talking about? Your resources. Oh my gosh. Today, I need to read it again. That was so cool. Okay, fast forward. I can't find it. This is about tapping into your inner resources. Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember what I said? I knew to do this live. Shoot. I really wanted to do this message live on Facebook. Speaking of which, don't forget to hit like and subscribe here. But find me on Facebook too, A Day in the Life of a Normal Person, because I do messages there sometimes that I don't do here in YouTube. Okay, but and vice versa. But wow. Okay, Two of Wands. I'm being called to read this. Look. I just had it in my hands. Okay. Oh, I'm really, really energized all of a sudden. Like I feel like dazed and confused, energized. Oh my gosh, this is insane. I'm really feeling it. You're a commanding presence looking down on the world below you. The phone in your hand holds questions while you wonder what to do and where to go next. You've had success lately but are a bit uncertain about your next steps. It's not time to rest yet, though. Don't get distracted and stay fixed on your goal. This is your goal, apparently. You are fixed on that love. Wow. The second it came out, it told me, read it. Because normally, that's the question. The question is being held in the cell phone. That's where like the doubt is coming from. It's something about that cell phone that's only thing producing any negativity. Weird. All right. Oh my, yeah, decision. It's whatever it is. It's you're in your head about making a decision, and it's the blindfold that's on you. Oh wow. The Queen of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. Your creativity, your willpower, your action, your passion. This is a lot of sexual energy as well, I'm not going to lie. This queen is everything. This is, I feel like, the person coming in. So, again, for some, it could be Leo, Aries, Sag. But I get just this, yeah, this is same thing here. Oh my gosh. And then we also have your swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Your cups are water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right. For those of you, I don't like doing those, you know that, but there's something about those energies, like that Pisces energy is there. And then this Scorpio energy is here. Just, I don't know, I'm Scorpio, and whenever I see anything like flame, orange, passion, that's just, the sunflower just screams out to me. The black cat. This is kind of that playful dark side of you. Even though that's what this energy, yes, that's why I sense that. This is your counterpart coming in. Okay? Yes. All right. That's this person, and this is you. And here you are, like in the middle of trying to make this decision. You are all up in your head. You have this crescent moon here that tells me that you're moving into this new phase of life. And oh wow, yeah, by the end of this month, by the new moon, actually, you're going to have stood up and put down those swords and come to absolute clarity. You are finding peace and comfort and just taking some time out for clarity and going within. You're near some choppy waters, but you're not far from the smooth water, the clear path. What does this Two of Swords, I mean, we know what leads us to the Two of Cups. What else can you tell us, Source? Anything else? Oh my. Wow. Okay, this actually is coming up quite a bit. Judgment and Ten of Swords. Well, it's done. The battle's over. The Ten of Swords is telling me that the battle is over. The sun is rising, and this is what it's rising into. For some of you, it's like marriage commitment. This is, the wands are, your connection to Source. This healing energy of the angel Raphael is producing you this battle. 10 of Swords, this is your limit. This is your mental frickin' limit. You have passed it. It's done. There is no more. But the good news is that it is done. There is no more. 10 of Swords is the completion of that. Okay, that mental battle that you've been in. The sun is rising, and it's rising to life. It's you crossed the path that you were supposed to, and you basically, there isn't a direction. I don't think that you could do this wrong. Like, no matter what path you take, you're going to be taken care of. That's amazing. That's really that's really beautiful. Calming. I'm feeling like this is your passed on loved ones that have been guiding you through this whole bit, that are lifting you up, that are rejoicing that you have received all that you have, because you've done all that you've needed to do. Very wisely. You truly have. The 10 of Swords for me is also your it's like, I call it the acupuncture card, because you learned to take the pain from the past and not wallow in it. Not like, oh my God, I'm dead. Look, she's up. She's, on her cell phone again. There's something about this. Remember, I felt led to mention something about technology with Uranus as well. The 3 sextiles in Uranus starting July 26th. Yeah, something about like this new moon, where I gotta figure out when the new moon is coming. But the end of this month is really going to produce some massive changes, new life stuff, whole new commitment in life. Yeah, you are being fully supported and guided. Not just by Source. You have this person that's coming is also very spiritual. You don't have to worry about that either. Like, the fact that this person is not just passionate about things of this earth. They're very spiritually guided as well. As in, God's been with them through their journey throughout the time that you've been divinely guided and spirit as well, it's just been some mental anguish right now. You've had a really, really difficult decision to make. And yes, it was painful. I'm not saying that. These rocky waters, that was your shit show. But look, it's calmed down. Yeah, you've got some tears you still gotta cry, but it's okay to do that. It's okay to accept that it's still a little dark out, but see that the sun is rising. Okay? See that this is divinely guided, and it's leading you to everything. Like, your guides, like Source energy, your passed on loved ones, everyone has been watching you, and your soul purpose, and is celebrating. I know it might not feel like that entirely quite yet, but this is your message, them letting you know, yes, you did it. Okay? Rise up. Rise up from what makes you feel maybe dead. Use that pain as wisdom now. Gain the clarity and insight you need through that pain and rise up. That's what Judgment's going to be for me from now on. That's going to be my Phoenix card. Yup. Absolute divine healing. And the fact that I say that you can't, the crossroads thing, it's because when you take flight and you're flying, you can go anywhere. The sky's the limit. What did we start off this message by saying? It is, oh my gosh, the number 2 and the number 0. Harmony, balance, consideration, love, followed by all that is and all potential infinite possibilities. I love what I do. I can't even. Oh my gosh, you guys. Bottom of the deck. The Empress. Whoo, Nelly. Oh my gosh. Temperance, you guys. I am so happy for you. There is cause for celebration. You have so much love around you. Don't you worry. You are the alchemist of your life, and you are turning your life into gold. You are following that path to the sun, to your core purpose. You have found the balance in life. This is your slow cooker card. This is, you throw it in the crock pot. Another reader that I love, I think her name is Natalie. She calls it the slow cooker card because it's a patience card. You've been patient. You've taken in all the information you have as you've gone through all that you have, and you're going to welcome abundance in all ways. What a breakthrough. Holy cannoli. And the Empress is all about love, so open up that heart chakra. Work that heart chakra, you guys. Work it. Oh my gosh. It's going to really benefit you. All right, the Empress. Love is everything. The Empress is feeling herself. This benevolent goddess is alive and truly connected to the world and others through passion and pure emotions. The Empress, this is guy or girl. The Empress is empowered by her love and sexuality. Her energy flows through everything around her. She gives life to the lush vegetation and receives from the powerful river. She welcomes pleasure and feelings and fills each moment with ecstasy. Think less, feel more. Embrace self-love and use that self-love to build stronger and more profound connections with family, friends, or lovers. You're going to do it all. You're doing it all. Oh my gosh. You're leaving what no longer serves you. You are walking away from your winter. Congratulations. That old line of thinking, that old conformity, the old brick wall that held you in, kept your limits and bounds, you are not having it no more. Look at that. Oh my gosh. 10 of Cups. Total, complete emotional fulfillment. This is your home, your work, your family, your love, your past, your present, your future. This is all of your hopes coming to fruition. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, I got to finish reading this. Oh my gosh. Be fulfilled by your social and those who love you. Okay, be fulfilled by your social circles of those who love you. Drink from the cup of love. Allow it to nourish and warm you. Through love, you can find deep meaning and fulfillment. Love, love, love. It's all here for you if you let it in. And yes, cups are Scorpio. I'm definitely letting love in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's so much cups in this. It's so awesome. Like, look, this world is like your only pentacles. And it shows me that what you thought was going to bring you, like, material success and material completion in your life, that old way of money thinking, it's no more. Look at how cold. That's the only, like, negative card, and you're leaving it to this. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Okay, let's quickly, while we still have time. If you would like an extended reading or more clarification, please comment below. I would love to do that for you. We'll get that scheduled. All right. Let's just start. We've got, I think we're in chapter 5, Dying to Live. Page 126. I don't know if we started with they've been reconciled. Paul takes something we experience in relationships and says essentially, that's what happened on the cross. God has made peace with all things. Let me reference that to what I now know. God as an infinite, intelligent, and consciousness of love. That is what God is. That's why an orgasm is the closest thing to source consciousness you can possibly be in human form. There's a little side note for you. God makes peace with all things. So replace what I said about God with that, and the idea that this message is about your infinite possibilities of love. God has made peace with all things. So when Jesus died on the cross, when you get rid of, where is it? When this happens. Oh, wow. This is so awesome. Was it the end of the sacrificial system, or was it reconciling all things? Which was it? But then in Romans 3, Paul writes that we've been justified by grace through faith in Jesus. Justified is a legal term from the world of courtrooms and judges and prosecutors and guilt and punishment. Paul talks about our world as if it's a courtroom and we're guilty, standing before the judge with no hope. Jesus, Paul says, paid the price for our sins so that we could go free. You've done it. You've accepted Christ's consciousness. That's what it, when I speak about Jesus, it's you accepting Christ's consciousness. If you are a Christian and you're listening to this, you'll believe that, because as a Christian, you'd accept Jesus into your heart. Period. Just saying. Hey, I was a Christian for 40 years, so I ain't knocking it. It gave me the most solid spiritual foundation I could ever ask for. But also, my mama liked to experience several different religions throughout that. So it made me open up to the idea, I'm also yogi and Buddhist, and just like God, I am not any one religion. God's so much bigger than that. He knows we're individuals. He knows it takes different ways to reach different people. You are a human that needs limits and bounds for some asinine reason. Not him. God is limitless and boundless. You can't preach that and then put a cap on it at the end of the sermon. That's bullshit. Okay, sorry. Oh my God. Okay, where was I? Paul talks about our world as if it's courtrooms, guilty. All right. Again, which is it? When Jesus died on the cross, was it the end of sacrifices or the reconciling of all things, or the price paid to free guilty sinners? But then Paul writes in 2 Timothy 1 that Jesus has destroyed death. And John writes in chapter 5 of his first letter that this is the victory that has overcome the world. Victory and destroyed are terms from battle. They're war metaphors. See what I mean? Mars is the planet of war. Oh my gosh, the god of war. You guys, this is all connected. They're war metaphors from the world of armies and soldiers and conquests. In these texts, the cross is explained in terms of Jesus' winning a battle against evil. And then in the first chapter of this letter to the Ephesians, Paul writes, we have redemption through his blood. Redemption is a word from the world of business and finance and economics. To redeem something is to give it worth again, to reevaluate it, to buy it back. That's what you're doing here. So, back to the question, what happened on the cross? Is the cross about the end of the sacrificial system, or a broken relationship that has been reconciled? Or a guilty defendant who's been set free? Or a battle that's been won? Or the redeeming of something that was lost? Which is it? Which perspective is the right one? Which metaphor is correct? Which explanation is true? The answer, of course, is yes. So why all the different explanations? For these first Christians, something massive and universe-changing has happened through the cross, and they set out to communicate the significance and power of it to their audience in language their audience would understand. What did I just freaking say? I love what I do. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. And so they looked at the world around them, identifying examples, pictures, experiences, and metaphors that their listeners and readers would have already been familiar with. And then they essentially said, what happened on the cross is like a defendant going free, a relationship being reconciled, something lost being redeemed, a battle being won, a final sacrifice being offered, so that no one ever else has to offer another one again, an enemy being loved. For the first 1,000 years or so of church history, the metaphor of victory in battle, Jesus conquering death, was the central dominant understanding of the cross. And then at other times and in other places, other explanations have been more heavily emphasized. This is especially crucial in light of how many continue to use sacrificial metaphor in our modern world. There's nothing wrong with talking and singing about how the blood will never lose its power. Interesting that Christians are afraid of witchcraft. Nothing but the blood will save us. Those are powerful metaphors, but we don't live any longer in a culture in which people offer animal sacrifices to the gods. People did live that way for thousands of years, and there are pockets of primitive cultures around the world that do continue to understand sin, guilt, and atonement in those ways. But most of us, even you, updated Christians, don't. What the first Christians did was look around them and put Jesus' story in language their listeners would understand. It's like this. It's like that. The point then isn't to narrow it to one particular metaphor, image, explanation, or mechanism, to evaluate one over the others, to insist that there's a correct or right one, is to miss the brilliant creative work these first Christians were doing when they used these images and metaphors. They were reading their world, looking for ways to communicate this epic event in ways their listeners could grasp. The point then, as it is now, is Jesus, the divine in flesh and blood. He's where the life is. All right, my loves, I'm going to sign off before it deletes because that's really powerful. I really encourage you to look up Christ consciousness meditations if any of this message relates to you. I know askangels.com is, she is very connected. Melanie is very connected. And is a very good resource to understand what I'm talking about. But other than that, my loves, now embrace that compassion within you, or that's being given to you. This cell phone's telling me, communicate. Embrace that compassion and get to communicating that love. And watch joy flood your lives. Be blessed.